Welcome to SGL Spiritual Guiding Light. Just one moment here. Let's try to get this situated. This is going to be reading for August of 2022. Let's see what messages come out. Okay, let's see. Trying to get this camera. The way that I need it to be. Let's see. I think that's gonna be good. Hey, welcome to SGL Spiritual Guiding Light. Hopefully you can hear me clearly. What I will be doing for August reading is just basically pulling out all of the energies, because I know that some of you probably questioned, like, okay, well, how is SGL getting, the overall energies? Well, at the beginning of the month, what I do is I pull the overall energies for the collective, okay? And I always make sure that I reference to those collective energies. So if some of you were kind of like, why is it that the same cycles keep repeating itself, or why am my current situation is not that, and then next thing you know, after you say that, then it hits, right? And it's kind of like, now I want to be more focused of really allowing you, viewer, to be able to engage. So especially as I learn, because this is a new channel, okay? This is me, if you go all the way back to the beginning, even on the podcast, okay? Because before I started doing lives, collective, earth, air, fire, and water signs, I started on the podcast because I was intimidated by coming on to the platform. And so I started off by uploading videos, but the videos took too long. So I started off on the podcast. I say this for those of you who are, um, in question if you should start your channel or not, okay? Um, it is a lot of hard work. It is not easy of being consistent. It's a big role to play, okay? It's a big leadership role to take heed, or to be a part of, okay? So basically now it's time for you to show off your talent, and that could be one of your gifts, reading energies. I'm an energy reader, okay? I do not tap into like, I don't know how to explain it, but you will know your calling, okay? You will know what you're supposed to do, okay? For the most part, what we're going to do, I want to take my time. I want to start taking my time with every reading as possible that I can. For the most part, sometimes when I'm pressing for time, it's because of all honesty, it's due to procrastination, or due to being overwhelmed by just the thought of what it is that I'm supposed to do. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, release that overwhelming feeling. Okay? I want you to release that overwhelming feeling and create a schedule. I created a schedule, but I over-scheduled myself to where it was overwhelming. So you want to start off small, okay? So there's going to be a lot of rearranging, okay? So what I'm going to do moving forward is your entrepreneur readings, your money bag readings, your toroscope reading. And speaking of toroscope, Aries is the last toroscope reading unless I'm being divinely guided to do a toroscope live. All of my readings are done live. Sometime in the future, I will be uploading readings, all right? But those readings will be because either I'm on the road, or I am multitasking and I'm being guided to release a reading. So everything basically that is an extension to readings such as your entrepreneur readings, your universal love extension readings, your Taurus scope. What other readings do we have? I'm trying to think. I haven't debated if I'm going to keep the LGBTQ plus A readings on the podcast, because it just depends. But I know any additional readings, there are folders. All of those readings are going to be taken to the podcast, okay? And then moving forward, I will have those links in the description box so that you can click them, because when you go to the podcast, they are uploaded in order, okay? It's not like you can go to your folder like here on YouTube and go to your readings. So this is going to be for August of 2022. I'm going to start off with, see what messages come out. For August 22, this is collective reading, earth, air, fire, and water signs. If you do not know what sign you are, that is okay. If you are earth sign, you are Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. If you are a water sign, you are Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. If you are a fire sign, you are Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. There's Leo right here. The Nine of Pentacles. If you are air sign, you are Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Okay. And the sun comes out. Okay. You have an essence about you. It doesn't even matter. You can be multi-faceted and pertaining to like different cultures in a sense here, and that essence could come off as flirtatious, okay, in the sense of, and it's not done purposely. That's just you. And there's this need for the month of August for you to be able to be able to communicate that. It's like if you come into a new contact with someone, it's very vital that you communicate so that instead of someone reading you wrong in the month of August. But let's go ahead and pull an overall for the month of August. And these will also be referenced throughout the month of August. I normally don't timestamp my lives, but because this is a new month, you will get your monthly. You will definitely get your monthlies. Overall energy for August. Okay, this is too many. We have the Judge. We have the King of Cups. Okay. And so someone definitely in the collective energy, it's like you're being directed by your emotions here. Okay. There's two fish in this water. Okay. This normally they say fish has to do with pregnancy, empress energy. But what this is two wise fish. These are two people that are coming in contact with you that's going to help you, guide you with these emotions that are maybe feeling like it's drowning you, or this is someone that can see. These are two people, all right, that can see what it is that you are experiencing. It's kind of like you're lost, but you have a cell. Okay, it's not like you're lost without a cell. You have all the tools that you need to get to your destination. And for some sense, there's someone older, two people that may give you divine wisdom. Okay, so that you can get to your destination. All right, but understand, whoever these two people are, have no judgment, pass no judgment. Pass no judgment for the month of August. Let me write that down. Pass no judgment for the month of August. But overall, we're going to see together, because I have been separating myself from connecting with the collective, not in the sense of blocking myself, but in the sense of working out my own energies of what it is, of what I actually want, what it is that I actually need at this time to get to the next point. Okay, let's see. For August of 2022, what did I say? Do not pass judgment. Yeah, do not pass judgment, collective. And also with those two fishes, this can also be, it could be two wise people who experience the same situations that you're currently feeling like you're being drowned in the sense of trying to, it's not that there's a lack of direction, right? It's just you want to be, it's like you're playing it safe in regards to your new journey. This is a new journey, okay? And this could be a family member, two family members that passed away who are guiding you, okay? So be open. Be open to the messages that you receive internally, and pass no judgment to those messages. And what I mean by passing no judgment, just listen and then allow the information that you receive not to play itself out, but to reveal itself to you. Because when it plays itself, that means that you're playing a game. It means that you're not making sound decisions pertaining to your actions, okay? So be open to the messages you receive in the month of August. Writing the wrong thing. Be open to messages. Yeah. There can be someone who feels like you're in the way in the month of August as well, collective, with no judgment, okay? It's not an obstacle. It's all about being led in the right direction. And you're responsible of leading yourself, but there is this sense in this new journey is to be open and to not pass judgment. Overall, energies for the month of August for the collective earth, air, fire, and water signs. And it's not easy to be open because I didn't clarify if those two fish, right, that was in the sea with you being submerged underwater, because it doesn't necessarily mean that you're being drowned by the emotion. Collective, what it could actually, oh, I just totally lost it. It was there. So there's, and pertaining to someone that they feel like you're in the way. And there could be this sense of not needing to pass judgment, because you'll be able to see who your enemies are, or who this enemy is. For some of you, you know who this enemy is because they've given you a lot of signs. Let me write that down. You guys, you got to bear with me, because normally when I do my overall monthlies, I do them in sacred. So, and then I have to write down the notes. So as your enemies are being revealed are a certain individual that is showing the red flags that they're a candidate as an enemy. Don't pass judgment, okay? So your enemies are being revealed in the month of August, or there is a certain individual, a specific individual. I don't know if it's family, a coworker, a past friend, and it's a friend that you're trying to establish at this time. All right. Because when I do my overall reading so that I can be able to have something to reference to as I do your next 72s, let's go ahead and see what is the overall for the month of August for the collective right here. Too many keep coming out. They're coming out in threes. Okay, the Page of Cups. We have the Page of Cups, the Two of Wands with the Hangman. So it's not just being enlightened. It's your gifts are being upgraded. Okay, as above, so below. Let me write that down. And pass no judgment on your gifts. This is kind of like sacred, because remember I was trying to explain to you that when I do your overall energies as a collective for each month, it's a sacred, and it's this thing of as your gifts are upgraded, it must be sacred. Just give me one moment because I'm writing at the same time. So your gifts are being upgraded in the month of August. I'm also getting there's this sense of knowing what to do and pertaining to making a sound decision. Okay. You'll be making sound decisions in the month of August. It's kind of like you're going to be experiencing situations to where like there's these triggers that is trying to trigger you to make you feel like you're being drowned or submerged to your emotions. It's like being good spirit, and then someone comes out of nowhere and gives you this information, and then you feel you're not in good high spirits anymore. It's just being robbed from your energy here in the month of August. And that's why it's very important. And that could be one of the red flags that you're able to identify what people come in with, what type of information that give to you to see how you react, because some people are gifted and they know that they're gifted. And some of these people who are gifted keep it sacred because they know that if whom they associate themselves with, that they will be outcast. And what I mean by outcast, it's kind of like knowing too much. You get what I'm saying? And so they're not a false person. This is like when you apply for a new job, okay, and you get hired. You're not going to sit here. You go into the job to learn, even though you may be more experienced than most. But if you let them know how experienced you are, then you are targeted to be what is it called, where all the employees gang up together against this one person because they don't want the other person. Like, for instance, say someone's been working for 10 years and then you show up and it took them 10 years to get to where they are. And then they collect all these people within the at your job is basically what I'm trying to say. I hate when my words get choppy because I'm trying to get it all out at once. And so it's kind of like there's a lot of gifted people, okay? And it's not that those people are your enemy. They know that you're gifted, and if you're around them too long, you'll be able to identify their gifts, basically calling them out. This is kind of like seeing your friend, right? Because I am also channeling that there's someone who has a friend, right? And they're really good friends with their person. You fill in the blanks of the status of this person, whether it's an actual relationship, uh, your spouse, significant other, whatever, partner. You see from the connection that they have that there's more going on. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like pass no judgment, allow things to reveal itself on its own. You're not going to need to ask any questions in the month of August. You've already asked those, you've released those questions to the universe already, and the universe is trying to show you, or trying to align you, or trying to allow you to take you into a direction. Because within those winds, where is it? Within the winds that blows this boat, right? Oh my gosh. There's a need for someone, for the collective energy. You are the storm. So if you're calm, there is no storm. It's all about your emotions. It's like you're the head of emotions in the month of August, if that makes sense. That's what I just channeled. That it's kind of like your frequency is so high, depending on how you feel is how things operate, if that makes sense. So your frequency is very high in the month of August. That's if you choose to. It's all about how you want to feel that day. So if you want to be in a high frequency, everything around you will match that energy. Okay, this is that moment where you get phone calls out of nowhere, or you were just talking about someone and they show up. If your frequency is low, then you're going to stir in that direction of low frequency. All right, let's go ahead. I just want one for the month of August. And we have the Seven of Cups. I love this. You know what direction that you want to go. You know what you want. There is no second guessings about your gifts. Again, your gifts are going to be upgraded in the month of August. Okay. So keep that in mind. If you get triggered in any such form or fashion, or if you find yourself being in the middle of a debate, of an argument, a confrontation that literally has nothing to do, but there's this energy of, again, trying to drown you in emotions that are not yours. All right. And sevens deal with spiritual awakening. So there's your gifts are your spiritual awakening, your intuition. Okay, whatever it is that you practice is being upgraded. All right, in the month of August of 2022. All right, so then now let's go ahead and let me see. Let me just go ahead and put this here. I always have your overall energies at the top. so that when I look up, I can see them. So we have the Seven of Cups. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and keep that there. All right. And then I'm using the Rose Oracle as well. Let's see overall messages. Mind you, for July, you had Sacred Waters and you had, what was that one? It was, I can't recall. A lot of you may be saying that in the month of August. It's kind of like someone's going to try to bring, or there's going to be multiple of people trying to remind you of certain memories in the past, and it's going to be more so, I don't recall, okay? Or it's a vice versa. All right, we have Sacred Waters again. So I'm going to read this and I'm going to put this back. Sacred Waters deals with nourishment, replenishment, health, rest, self-care. I truly believe that this is what happened in July. But within July as a collective, it became a burden. Rest became a burden. It became difficult to come out of the rest. All right, but let's go ahead and read. Let's see if you can see here. I have my main light on, so it's kind of not dark. It's more light. Sacred Waters. 120. And that simplifies into 3s. I mean, if you want love, you will get that. But it's what kind of love are you looking for in the month of August? And again, about that wisdom. Okay, your spirit guides are definitely, you're definitely going to have this spiritual upgrade, whether that's pertaining to your gifts. Just one moment. Oh, that's what it was. It was sacred union. Okay. And I truly am channeling that this sacred union was you in spirit. You being one and saying yes. You get what I'm saying? Saying yes to the call, or saying yes to your purpose, saying yes to your gifts, saying yes to your situation, instead of trying to be in the Two of Swords, of making a complicated decision when you've already made your decision in the past. All right, so we have Sacred Waters. It says, we must drop our roots deep to receive the nourishment we so deeply need, to appreciate, protect, and honor the very thing that we take for granted. And I am channeling that that's what happened in July for those of you who are having difficulties after coming out of your rest. Okay, the Four of Swords. All right. So let's go ahead and see overall. And there's something about distractions. And I feel like that distraction is all about your emotions, on how you receive information that distracts you. Pay attention to what distracts you, who, when, and why. Not questioning it or passing judgment. When I'm saying, it's kind of like just observing, the time, when it happened, right? And the why is, how did you get in that situation type energy, type question. It sounds contradicting, but it's kind of like, all right, you just came onto YouTube, right? You click this live, and it's like, pay attention to the time. Okay, what attracted you to coming on to the live? That's the question. Okay. So it's kind of like in the month of August, pay attention to the time and the whys. All right. For some of you, it's going to your position in life is going to be revealed to you. I need to slow down. Just one moment. If you are new to Spiritual Guide and Light, welcome. Make sure that you subscribe so that you can be a part of the success of the growth of this channel. And I thank you. Right? And the link, there's the link to the podcast. Everything that you need is in the description box. I am not doing personals at the time. But let me see something. Because just one moment. I do oracle readings though. Just one moment, collective. Okay, baby. Lucky, you want to come in here, boo? You coming? All right, so you can lay down in your bed right there. I'm right here. You can. You don't have to come in here right now if you don't want to. All right. Overall, you may be feeling bombarded with information, and it's if you're studying or crashing in the sense of doing a crash course, whether if you're going to school or it has to do with Pop Manila, it has to do with creating a system in the month of August so that keeping control of how you intake information. So I'm just going to say being overwhelmed with information. Excuse me. Oh. For some of you collective earth, air, fire, and water signs, the reason why you were feeling bombarded by information in the month of July is because you're in the Four of Swords. You're resting. And I can vouch for that as well. And every time that I would come out of the Four of Swords, my renewed strength only lasted it didn't feel like a full 24 hours. And it was like I was chasing rest, right? But when I came out of rest, there was no sense of direction, right? This direction of knowing what I needed to do became still overwhelmed. So there's this sense of not going with the flow, but directing the flow. Okay. That could also be your form of your leadership. Okay. Accepting your form of leadership. If you need to go use the bathroom, go get a snack, whatever the case may be, go ahead and do that, because this is what I do before I do your monthlies. So yeah, so if you need to go get something to drink, and you go to the bathroom, you make you a little something, snack or something, go and do that. All right, accepting your leadership. As well as taking full responsibility, because majority of this emotional being drowned with emotions or being drowned with responsibilities, right? Taking full ownership is because, hey, I need to rest. That's being honest without judgment. So taking ownership of your decisions. A lot of people are losing direction due to the simple fact of feeling like they have to be obligated. They're running out of things to do. And what I'm saying, I don't know how to explain it. There's a lot of people that are running out of things to do to make them matter. Due to lack of direction. And I'm not referencing to the Seven of Cups. We already talked about the Seven of Cups. For some of you who are in the LGBTQ QA community, as you're being accepted. Okay, you will feel accepted, because for some of you, it was more so of like someone saying, oh, I didn't know that you were a lesbian, or I didn't know that you were gay, or I didn't know you were bisexual. You fill in the blank of your status within the LGBTQ. You could be someone who has the resources to do support groups or to bring in investors for programs within the LGBTQ. And it's this sense of now being accepted. And it took you a long time. So as you started having direction with regards to your own self, then that there is this, I don't want to say portal, and I don't want to say path. There is this connection, okay, that has been established. And it's all about you if you are open into pursuing this leadership. Or for the most part, it's just in general finally being accepted and people not questioning you about what your sexual orientation is. So your sexual orientation is not being questioned in the month of August. Some of you, it is in questioning. You're trying to figure out what it is that you want within, like, you know, how you want to play it out. Because when we have babies that come into the LGBTQ plus, they are lost, right? They get lost in the underworld in this community. So it's this sense of a newbie, right? It doesn't matter how old you are, okay? This newbie, it has its own language, it has its own lingo, and it's more so of really truly knowing thyself, okay, of accepting yourself. Because the month of August, there is this connection of being accepted. And there's also, because you have to understand the snake, it's regards to loyalty. Purple deals with loyalty, royal. Okay. There's a sense of enlightenment within this community that you, within your intuitive or your spiritual upgrade. Okay. Okay. Since that was being highlighted, what else did I say? I can't remember, but let's keep going. When I channel, I try to hold on to the channel, and sometimes it just, because so much tries to come in to the point to where it's like, oh, slow down. I don't know if that has to do with me being in the Four of Swords within the collective, right? And then coming back, and then these channels are like just hitting me left and right, like, and it's kind of like I have to be centered to be able to filter what it is, to what I need to accept, or what it is that I need to trash, or what it is that I need to save, right? And this is not something that I'm aware that it's happening. This is just my natural body instincts, that mentally of what's happening. For some of you, I'm also getting, you are going to have this form of peace, okay? And this peace, it's like you won't have your guard up, okay? Your peace, your established peace, okay, allows you to put your swords down. Okay. I'm using the Rose Oracle. Okay. What is the overall message for the collective Earth, Air, Fire, and Water signs? Again, we have two, and I only want one. Someone's name could be Sophia or Sophie, or those are the initials S, O, PHIRA. You may be saying so a lot as well in the month of August, or someone. Remember I said there is an enemy that's going to be revealed. This person can always say so. Yeah, when I get this, it's confirmation that you're not going to lose your position or your title, whatever that is. You fill in the blank. Okay, this could be your social status. This could be your position at work. This could be your position within your family. This could be status with platonic friends. This is also, I'm also getting if it's pertaining to marriage for someone who's, if your spouse is going out of your marriage, you are the primary. Yeah. It's a lot going on. Yeah, you're the primary, the crowning, the breathing rose in the morning dew with the sacred waters. It's giving me like there is a person's spouse who goes out and entertains other people, and they harvest all of those energies and they put those energies into their spouse sexually. And that's how that spouse is able to maintain their position. This person, I'm getting that the spouse that doesn't entertain other people, who collects these energies through sexual contact with their spouse, who entertains other people, this person is the breadwinner. Okay. Let me write that down. So there is a spouse out there in the month of August collecting energies. Bringing them home to their spouse. I'm also getting there's a conversation that needs to be had because the breadwinner, the spouse that's the breadwinner and receiving all of its energies from their spouse that's entertaining other people, they don't know that their spouse is ready to like, I don't know how to explain it. Like they want to engage with other people sexually too. That's what I'm trying to say. But they don't want to have a divorce. Someone wants both parties. One party doesn't know that the other party wants to have engaged sexually with other people, but the reason why they're not saying anything because if they were, because their spouse who's collecting other energies sexually and bringing it home to the breadwinner, if the breadwinner spouse was to tell them that they want to have sex with other people too, the person that's collecting energies would leave them. They wouldn't put them on this high pedestal. So in a kind of way, it's kind of like the breadwinner doesn't get to what is that saying? Eat the cake too. All right. We have the crowning. It says initiation, threshold, birth, rebirth, a seat at the table. Mind you, understand this. I don't know. I should have took a picture of it, but it was this thing about the spiritual awakening has no head seat at the table because it's a circle here. So for some of you, your spiritual upgrading is moving from those rectangular long tables where you have two at the head, and then you have your fillers. This is a circular table where everyone has a balanced place, and the head is all that is God, universe, okay, source, spirit. So let's go ahead and read the crowning. All right. Like I said, there is a spiritual upgrade, spiritual awakening. For some of you, someone is getting ready to crown you. This could be a proposal as well. This could be as well as confirming the 7 of Cups of acceptance within the LGBTQ community. This could be in pertaining to your experience. Whatever it is that you've been doing and you probably haven't been getting the recognition, you're now getting recognition. Okay. Let's go ahead and read the crowning. Once I find it. Okay, 74. 7 and 4 is simplified. Is that 11? Yeah. So definitely new beginnings. Yeah. Or this is simply embracing change in the month of August. This new beginning is this upgrade. This could be someone coming in and fulfilling all of your wants and needs so that you can be able to make boss moves. That's what I just channeled. All right, the crowning. There comes a time when the flower knows that can no longer remain in a proactive constraint of the bud. Somehow it needs to trust in the birthing energy and surrenders to the unknown of the bloom. The same birthing energy exists within all nature and in birth, both physical and metaphorical. In this initiation for the mother as well as the child who transitions from the water world of the womb to a whole new one of earth. This is a card of crossing thresholds and walking through the gate of initiation, which requires great courage and faith. There are rolling contractions, and it's almost always not straightforward. As we transition from one thing to another, we are called to burst through the constraints and the seed and then the certainty of the bud so that something new can bloom from within. So in the month of July, that's why for majority of the collective, when you are resting and it's like that burst of energy didn't last that long, or it's just like the moment everything felt balanced and boom, something else happened. I'm feeling overwhelmed and drained, and it was more so like, okay, and let me get back into my 4 of Swords energy. This is basically saying now that you're aware, for some of you after this live, go back to the beginning because there's a message in pertaining to there is specific people who are trying to cause you to be drowned in emotion, okay? But you're not drowning, especially if you're a water sign, okay? You're not drowning in this emotions. It's a sense of you taking leadership in some sort of way pertaining to direction. For a majority of you, this initiation, congratulations. Okay, for some of you who got a promotion or you got this job, and for some of you who got grants or funded for your new business or established business, For some of you, just getting the acknowledgement of coming out into the LGBTQ plus, or for some of you who are getting ready to be proposed to, congratulations. And as well as a birthing of a new, you may need to be on bed rest to just play it safe. Even if you're like 4 weeks pregnant, there's a need of playing it safe and getting enough rest so you can be able to birth comfortably. Okay. Let's keep going. So last month you had truth. Okay. All truths, living your truth and not being afraid to live your truth. Okay. I always say life is like a piano, So now we're going to see what's going to come out for August. And so I always pull one out of the Toroscope. Lucky, why are you chewing that? No. Lucky took a piece off my phone. Where did you find that? I took everything off the floor. Where did you find that? All right. What is the overall message for the collective earth, air, fire, and water signs? Yeah, you're going to want to go back to the live so you can listen to all of the announcements as well. Okay. Overall message for the collective earth, air, fire, and water signs. Definitely, I'm hearing that someone accepted their path because last month you were the GOAT. Okay. There is a sense of challenging self. It's like I'm getting someone, instead of challenging yourself, you were like, no, I'm not going to go battle with myself. I'm going to be in the Four of Swords. I'm going to rest. Whether that's resting your mind mentally or physically, just literally taking a break, whether that's from people. I just want one. Being able to recognize your power. Now it's all about, in the month of August, of how you're going to direct that power, right? Being crowned here, it's more so now your true inner self of who you truly are. Or this is what you're experiencing and what's being revealed to you pertaining to specific people. With passing no judgment. We have clarity. This is mind, body, and soul as well. Okay. Not being in battle with self here. Okay. Like I said, there is a spiritual upgrade in the month of August. For the most part, that this upgrade is sacred. It's kind of like having a relationship within your spiritual practice here. And the more and more that you have this connection, the more and more not only your gifts in heightened, as above, so below. Majority of the collective are going to realize that they were not in darkness. They were actually in light. But because they were being blinded because there was a lack of direction. All right. Let's go ahead and read clarity. This is Earth Wisdom 17, infinite. 17 being broken down to 8, which is it's infinite. All right, so whenever you feel overwhelmed, like I said, there's going to be specific individuals who are going to try to disrupt your energy. This is something that you could say. My mind is clear. Wounds, prejudice, and biases do not influence my responses or my thoughts. I am able to perceive the world around me clearly. Let me say it again. My mind is clear. Wounds, prejudices, and biases do not influence my responses or my thoughts. I am able to perceive the world around me clearly. Okay, remember in the beginning of this reading for August of 2022, it says, do not pass judgment. This is a whole new journey. So you have to be open to messages that you receive without judgment. Okay, it's going to shock you because your enemies are going to be revealed to you, or a specific person. Okay, due to this upgrade, it's kind of like recognition as well. Okay, for someone, there's a specific person or there's people that's coming in to take care of you, not to spoil you, but to provide you with the things that you need so that you can be able to be successful on this journey. Also, there's two spirit guides. There are two family members who have passed who are sending you messages, but you have to be open. Okay. Okay, and don't doubt your position. Don't doubt who you are. Don't doubt your gifts. Okay. For some of the collective, there is also this sense of not hate, but just it's like people think it's, you know how there's these type of people who just are reckless because it's entertainment for them. It's kind of like you're getting recognition and there's this specific person who says sly things under their breath, right? It's kind of this sense of repeat what they said so that they know that you can hear what they said, right? And walk away. But it's the sense of having witnesses. Like, I thought I just heard, not being messy, but it's more so like, hey, Stephen, am I the only one that heard that? Did you just hear, oh, they think they're cute today? I really do feel good about myself today. I woke up today and I'm just so thankful for everyone. You know what I mean? It's kind of like this person then has to reflect on their own actions and then realize that they truly don't even have no one of their own support. It's kind of like the class clown. That's what I'm getting. You're going to be, a lot of class clowns are going to be revealed to you, and you need to keep your position. Don't entertain gestures. What did the king and queen do to the gesture? If they weren't entertained, off with their head. This is kind of like, instead of you making the decision of judgment of off with their head, it's like, no, release them to spirit. Everything is going to work itself out. So a lot of gestures are going to present themselves. Just one moment. I have to write this down. So don't entertain the gesture when you have the crown. It may feel difficult. It may feel difficulty because there is air signs where it's kind of like, you know who you are, you know who your gifts are, and it's kind of like you just may give somebody a piece of your mind, but it's in a way to where it doesn't disrupt your own self. It's more of a disappointment because it could be someone that you know. And it could have been happening for a long, long time to the point where it's like now you're triggered or you're speaking out. But it's suggesting that do it in a way that you hold your position, and this whoever this person is then realizes their position. It makes someone to step their game up, and they may become attached. You're going to realize a lot of people who you know could be enemies. They want to become attached to you because you're a leader, and there's this sense of you not having to pass judgment. Okay. The only way that I can give you an example is like a pastor. They have a congregation, and there's a lot of people in the congregation that doesn't like the pastor, but they keep showing up. They pay their tithes. They are very supportive, kind of in that sense. Okay. People that have lack of direction. All right. Oh, that's what I'm getting. That's majority of your supporters are going to be people who naturally don't like you. So they're opportunists. Okay. They have to have you in their journey to be able to get what they want. But in order for them to get what they want, they have to invest in you. Sow into you. Gestures will be presented. Do not entertain them. So you will recognize or recognize your enemies. I'm also hearing that some of the enemies who become investments, they speak their truth. Okay. They will let you know. It's like the conversation that you didn't ask for, but they tell you why they were your enemy. So they make peace with you. Because they know that if they don't make peace with you, they can't excel whatever it is on their path. All right, let's see. Oh, so what you had last month was the goat. Okay. So now let's see what else comes out. For the month of August. Lucky, stop chewing that. Give it to me. Give it to me. Come on. Bring it to me. No, bring me that. You're not supposed to have that. Bring it to me. All right. What's overall message for the month of August for the collective earth, air, fire, and water signs? We have Phoenix. I love this. This is beautiful. It says, summoned, your flesh rises from the ashes and into the expansive flame of your soul. I love this. This is confirming the Seven of Cups, the crown, and clarity. Okay. This is you truly knowing thyself. And this is also the Nine of Wands as well. You know, troubles don't last always. Joy comes in the morning type thing. It's like an experience that causes this upgrade. It's a learning experience. It's that I've seen this before, I've experienced this before, and I don't plan on, experiencing that again. It's the lesson learned here. Okay. Let's go ahead, and for your Buddha wisdom, you got for last month was fall in love with yourself again to bring in the love of your life. A lot of you have done that. Okay. You have done that. This could be reconnection with family members as well. It could be parental figures. And it's in the process of the next stage of communication. This could be siblings. This could be, your spouse. This could be coming to common ground pertaining to parental issues, of truly coming to this agreement. This could be friends that were in a relationship and you just like, I don't want to sever this friendship. But overall, someone gets the deserving title that is due to them. Too many came out. No, Lucky. No. Give it to me. All right. Let's get one for the month of... I just want one. If two come out, I will definitely... just one. I was like, if two comes out, then I'll just read them because it's supposed to be for, this moment, I guess. One slipped out. Let me read that one before I read this one for the month of August. All right. It says, let go of clinging. View your situation as a witness. Your inner strength grows. Remember I said, do not pass judgment within this new journey. Be open to messages as well, but be mindful. I remember I said that these enemies who are going to speak their piece, they're going to become clingy. Okay. So what does that mean? Boundaries. Okay. So overall, it says compassion does not see the faults of others. It does not see the weakness of people. It has no ego. That's why you have been initiated this crown. Okay. It's no longer behind the scenes because it would be a sacred crown, meaning that you would have to have been in secret for such a long time, and that has happened. Now you're at the forefront. Okay. So let's go ahead and see. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to lay all this stuff down. I'm just going to put these up for some of you who are just now coming in and seeing your spread for the month of August. You're going to have to just go back and to the beginning of this reading. Okay. And let's just go ahead and see what messages come out. Overall, August does look good. What messages overall for the month of August? I'm only going to take 3 like I normally do. It says, don't worry about being understood. Okay. And remember I told you with the 7 of Cups, this is being accepted here. I was channeling that you are being accepted, especially of those of you who are who are the LGBTQ. There's something about your sexual orientation. There's some sense of this acceptance, but understanding of not getting lost here. For some of you, in the month of July, you felt like you were in darkness and you were not, you were in light. It was a test. And the reason why you thought it was dark, that was the only way, the illusion, there was this illusion for you to rest. That was the only way to get you to rest so that you could be able to see again. Yeah, this vibe. Again, vibes are being accepted. Vibes are being initiated in the most highest form, in the sense of like being accepted from those that were in competition for no reason, no cause. Just, this is what I would call like just just assholes. That's how they entertain themselves on a daily basis. You know, they don't talk about themselves. They talk about other people. You're getting ready to get this upgrade. It's like this new, it's a new energy. You can vibe with whoever you want to. Because there's someone, again, that's trying to attach themselves to you. And it's kind of like, they could be like, oh, you need to unfriend this person or don't follow this person. Oh, how do you know? It just asks too many questions. And it's kind of like, that's the boundary that needs to be set. We have contact, concerned. Okay. Someone's going to be concerned. They want to know, do you like them or not? You know, it's not a long conversation because it's light. You know, it's like that's probably how you're going to be in August. You know, and any conversation that has is just straight to the point. Like, okay, for the most part, I don't see you like. Let me clarify this contact. You're not wanting to talk to certain people. Are you going to be saying no because you're not vibing? But there is a sense of not passing judgment here. And you remember, my no is my on backwards. It's my on of being enlightened about something as well. What messages from this contact? I'm also getting, if you really want to know the vibe of someone, call them, contact them. Like I said, you have the title, you have the crown. And it's like, someone still in the there's, I don't know who it is. Let's see. We'll see when we get the vibe of what element is having difficulties with realizing how much power that they have. It's kind of like someone sitting there waiting for someone to call. And the whole time, all you had to do is reach out because technically you are the masculine energy. Someone's realizing that they're the masculine energy. Contact, Two of Swords. Yeah, confirming that no. What messages for vibe? The World. It's just growth. Like I said, I don't know what it was referencing to, but it's definitely about like not repeating what you've learned and grown from. So it's kind of like the wanting and the needing to vibe high. And if they're not vibing high, if someone is draining, it's kind of like, What does this say? Don't worry about being understood. Let's see what messages. Moving, pressing forward, leaving the past behind you. But for some of you, the past is hard to let go. Remember I told you there was a proposal coming in? The Two of Swords. With this Two of Swords, kind of like because of what happened in the past, right? It's just like, no, you're not giving people the chance, or you're not realizing that you have a guard up. Okay, someone is definitely traditional here. So if you're traditional, for instance, when I say traditional, you're more of a formal person and not an informal person. Okay. Let's look at emotions, thoughts, and actions for the month of August. I'm not titling this reading is because it's just your overall messages for as a collective for the month of August. You can always go back to this reading to reference it too. Okay. We have jumpy. Someone's nervous, anxious, or uneasy. This could be this enemy that you didn't know was your enemy. And they're coming in to let you know. Yeah. Because they want to make amends. We have lust. That could be it too. Someone could be like literally at unease because they're lusting for you, or this is you lusting for someone else. This is someone's thinking. This is what someone's thinking. Okay. You're in someone's mind. Okay. You as your physical body is in someone's mind. And someone is jumping. You make someone nervous, or this is vice versa. We have hopeful. Someone hopes someone says I do. Okay. Obviously. Let's see what messages come out of this jumping. And we'll look at the back end of it. We've already said a lot of messages, just whatever this resonates to you. Because this jumpy is an emotion. This less is an actual thought. And this hopeful is action. So someone's going to make a move. We have the 7 of Wands. Now, I need you to bear with me, okay? Because it's going to take you for a loop. Listen here. The 7 of Wands here. These are people saying, take my wand. I want to help. But you can't see it because there's judgment, right? That past energy. This could be people that have, remember those enemies I told you, they're coming in and saying, hey, I'm here to help you. They're trying to give you the wand, but so there's this need for you to be at ease. It's okay to accept help. But when you accept that help, you put boundaries to that. Okay. This is someone, they're trying to help you. Help is here. It's hidden in plain sight. Help it's in plain sight. It's just all about when are you going to accept your position? Are you going to? Okay. Yes, you can have your hopes and your dreams and do it yourself. But in order for you to get this clarity to realize that everything that you need for the help that you need, it's here. Okay. It is available to you. You are no longer the jester of feeling like, why is it that every time I move 5 steps, I feel like I'm going 100 steps back? Right? Same thing. No. All right. The less it speaks for itself, baby. Okay. Just be mindful of not turning this less into an addiction when you don't have to. There's many suitors here. Let's go into this hopeful. We have the Knight of Cups, but it was a reverse. So it's kind of like you know what you want again, because it shows the 5 of Cups. Remember the Wheel of Fortune? So let me go ahead. Yeah, that illusion. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Just because an opportunity presents itself does not mean that you have to take it. You can keep it open, okay? So that you can weigh out your options. You can use them all if you choose. Here, the communication. This could also be travel as well, coming towards you. Or it's suggesting that you initiate the communication. Okay. All right. Oh, the back end of it. What's the back end of this 8 of Wands? I mean, however this communication goes depends on how long it will last. Yeah, because it deals with cycles. The Knight of Swords. Didn't the Knight, it was the Knight of Cups that was trying to come out. Okay. Someone is waiting for you to communicate with them. Someone's saying the ball is in your court. The ball is in your court. We have the 5 of Clubs. Look at that. That's the back end of this Ace of Cups. Remember I said mini suitors? What is the back end of the 7 of Wands? The Page of Clubs. Someone's going to want to do things on their own because there's still trust issues. But for the most part, yeah, the world's coming out again. Someone is saying, yes, I'm taking my position. All right. Swallowing ego, swallowing pride, and saying, okay, I'll take your help. All right. All right. Don't forget. Oh, let me shed some light on your reading for the month of August. Actually, there's a lot. I don't normally do that. Don't forget, love is kind, love is gentle, and that is you and I.